Hello everybody, my name is Aaron aka AaronPullin'Teeth and welcome to PTW Season 2 Episode 1 Surprise! So, breaking kayfabe for just one moment here. The reason why we've skipped the rest of the tournaments and gone straight into Season 2 is because my game has been messing up a lot recently. It's been having issues. Apparently I filled it. I didn't know you could fill Fire Pro, but I filled it. So it started messing things up and deleting tournaments halfway through and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just dive straight into Season 2. But because we started the Trios tournament, we're going to wrap up the Trios tournament in very quick fashion by having the two winners in the last episode face off in our opening contest tonight. They will be going at it for an opportunity at the Trios Champions in the future. You just saw the best friends get in the ring. Now we've got the Brothers in Paint heading down here, or three members of the Brothers in Paint. And speaking of the Brothers in Paint, if you kept up with towards the end of last season, you will know that tonight there is due to be a #1 contenders match for the normal tag team championships involving the Brothers in Paint. And it would be somewhat unfair to have them wrestle twice in one night, should I say, or some of them wrestle twice in one night. So the leader, Sting, has said that he will take the tag team or the #1 contenders for the tag team championship match later tonight when he introduces us to a brand new member of the Brothers in Paint. Somebody who we have not yet seen here in PTW, we are told. We will leave that as a surprise for later for who that's going to be. Also coming up later tonight, we have our huge main event, Kazuchika Okada versus Chris Jericho. Those two vying for an opportunity at the World's Championship as soon as they possibly can. If you kept up with the tournaments, you will have seen Andre the Giant won an opportunity to take on the World's Champion. The RVD has got his work cut out for him. His world title seed is very full at the moment, shall we say. Chris Jericho, Kazuchika Okada, Andre the Giant, and the former champion Martial Law all hovering around that world title scene at the moment. Very crowded scene. We also have a hardcore championship match later tonight, and the women's tag team championships will be defended. We're trying to get through basically everybody who didn't get a tournament tonight, apart from the junior division. The junior division is going to be spotlighted next week. The junior division is going to have a huge contest next week, but I will not spoil what that's going to be until we get there. But for now, this trios contest is going hell for leather at the moment. Everybody's in the ring, going all over the place. Darby's up top. Nice Arabian face buster, shouts out Sabu, dropping it on Chuck Taylor's face. Chuck tags into Trent. Attempted there to do a double team, did the Brothers in Paint. Nope, they've gone for it this time, dropping Chucky T. But here we go, Trent and Balor back and forth. Balor gets the better of the exchange. Balor maybe a slightly better striker than Trent. Trent is bigger than Balor, he's got the size. Is he going to be able to use it? Balor goes for a double underhook, gets back body drop. There's that power up again from Trent. Trent is not the biggest competitor, but so next to Balor, he does have the size advantage. Looking in this match, to be honest, I think size-wise, Joker might be the biggest. Possibly Chucky T. Between Joker and Chucky. Joker's tall, but he's thin, he's lanky. Chucky's got a bit more weight on him. Maybe it is Chucky T then. Gutbuster there by Trent. Here's a tag to Orange Cassidy. Wait, Joker. Oh, Orange is not letting Joker get any of that. Scoop, slam, double elbow drops. Orange off the rope, slow drop kick. Kicking Joker square in his painted face. And a DDT. Joker not really be able to get anything going so far. But back and forth they go now. Strike exchange between Orange and Joker. Joker getting the better of it. Obviously, if you saw Season 1, Joker a bit of a standout in that season. He had some hell of a great moments. Actually, the entire Brothers in Paint did. The best friends didn't really have an awful lot in there. Orange had one or two little moments, but nothing major. The Brothers in Paint were a fixture from virtually from day one, to be honest. The first episode of PTW Season 1 ended with Sting, who is still the leader. They went through a bit of a rough patch towards the end, but they've started to turn things around a bit more now. It was said in that first contest in the PTW Trios tournament last episode that if the Bros in Paint didn't win that, they would be disbanding, which means they'll have lost that Trios Championship opportunity, and then they'd have lost that Tag Team Championship opportunity they're getting later tonight. Well, let's say Tag Team number 1 contenders opportunity. But they won last week, so they're keeping the train going. Be interested to see if the new member they could bring out, Detonation kick there by Balor, interested to see if the new member they could bring out could bring back a little bit of the winning ways, see if they can start stringing things together. Joker killing Joe, pile driver to Orange, and is he going for it for Chucky too? Pile drivers for everybody. Nice Destino there by Orange Cassidy. Almost got the victory. Wait a second. Joker. Orange fell for it. He got hit with a hand buzzer. Trent's right there to break up the pin. Darby Allin there. Darby, one of the MVPs of Season 1. Had some of the best matches in Season 1. Without a doubt, beach break. Seriously, if you're just tuning in now, if you are just watching PTW for the very first time, go check out Season 1. See if you can catch up on who some of the big favourites are, some of the storylines. See if you enjoy it. See the roots of this season. Oh, 1916 for Balor. Balor standing up Chucky, front drop kick. I'm surprised he didn't pin him after the 1916. I suppose not. Oh, he's going for a second one. That might be why. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, barely escapes that. Barely. Balor another one. He just keeps dropping Chucky on his face. Sorry, Trent on his face. Chucky just got hit with the buzzer. Trent obviously does have neck issues. Recent neck issues too. I have no doubt that the Bros in Paint are well aware of that. Probably why Balor keeps dropping him. In fact, the only member of the Bros in Paint who doesn't really have much in the way of neck offense is Darby. Darby and Balor were the ones who earned the Bros in Paint the opportunity for the tag team titles, or the number 1 contendership for the tag team titles, I should say. But later tonight, it will be the Bros in Paint. Well, the other 2 members of the Bros in Paint, Sting and the Mystery Men. Awful waffle there. Versus the Rhodes Brothers. Little stomp to the spine. It was a coup de grace. Oh, Chucky survived the coup de grace. Joker's going for the hand buzzer again. They keep falling for it. You'd think they'd know better by now. Balor just a running stomp to the spine of Chucky T. Pop up, sit out, powerbomb. Up a headbutt to the back of the head. Finish that one. Joker, pile driver once again. Chair shot to the back of the head. Those of you who did not keep up PTW rules, no count outs, no disqualifications in every single match. It's ECW style rules. So since ECW's out the window, we've kind of taken them for our own. PTW rules now. Nice quick jab to the face. Darby, victory roll, but not the legal man. Well, Darby is, but Chucky wasn't. Darby pinned the wrong guy. With the chaos of a trios contest, you can see why it's hard to keep up with. Double stomps, heads collide. Darby now sends Trent off the ropes. Flip over into the stunner. Attacks to Balor. They might be thinking of finishing this. Balor's got the chair. Wasn't able to do it, but Chucky. Dude buster. Oh, he was gonna dude buster Balor on the chair, and Darby saved him. Darby being a good teammate. Stopping Balor from being dropped neck first on a chair. Oh, but he's going to be dropped neck first anyway. Just avoid the chair this time. Nice shot to the spine. Oh, roll up. Has Balor got it? No, too close to the ropes, and everybody dives in the ring. It's the issue with trios contests. It's very difficult to keep on top of everything. There's so many people in there. Wait. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know what the hell you'd call that, but it was effective. And Joker now just pounding the back of Orange Cassidy's head on the ground. Another magic killer from Darby and Balor. Darby now looks like he's biting the nose of Chucky T. Yeah, Chuck Taylor's now busted open. Orange rolls up. That was close. Referee Stanley says just a 2. Chucky up top. Not something you see too often from him. And he does nothing. That might be why. Joker sent off the ropes by Cassidy. Orange punch! 1, 2. Oh, close there, but Darby just in time. And Balor dropped on his head with the awful waffle. Pele kick. It's so difficult to keep up with what's going on when everybody's in the middle of the ring. Joker just tagged to Darby. There's a tag to Trent. Nice Destino. Don't know what the hell's going on. Orange! Oh, Orange went for a DDT, but Darby avoids it, hits the... Well, well, it's not really an arm drag, was it? Snapmare? Lucha Snapmare. Nice wheel kick to Chucky, to Trent even. Easy for me to say. Now Darby's biting at Trent. Double suplex. Off the ropes. Darby holds on. Chair shot attempt from Cassidy misses. Joker's legal. Probably the first time anyone's ever said about Joker being legal. Usually everything he does is illegal. Chair shot to the chest there from Joker, from the Clown Prince of Crime. Easy for me to say. What was it? The Clown Prince of Crime, the Harlequin of Hate. He's got so many nicknames. And he's going for the killing joke. Connected to Trent. Trent on the bad neck. But Orange is there, kicks out Joker's leg from under him, kicks his leg out of his leg. Shouts at Owen Hart. He's going for the buzzer again. Oh, Cassidy saw it happening, kicked Joker's leg out of his leg again. Seems to be a theme. Sorry, I'm also drinking coffee while I'm recording this. Oh, heads collide. Probably came off worse there was Chucky. He's the one bleeding. Oh, Joker just hits him in his little tailors. No, the face I just pulled there. It's a very weird one. I'm not quite sure that worked. Joker. Oh, fakes him out. DDT, but Chucky rolls through into a super kick. This is how you kick off season 2. There's a tag. Balor's in. Gets kicked away. Darby though grabs hold of him. Balor seems to be waiting. Don't know what he's waiting for. He's waiting for a magic killer with Joker. And he's up top. Coup de grace. In the Brothers in Pain corner. No, Chucky survives. Just. Awful waffle though. Balor might not survive. No, Darby's right there. He's up top again. Another coup de grace, but Chucky gets out of the way. Balor stops him from escaping, however, into the 1916 or a Bloody Sunday, whatever you want to call it. I like the name Bloody Sunday more. Pressing to Gary, kicking Chucky in the back of the head to force more of that blood out the front. Then a low drop kick. Balor throwing kicks like nobody's business. Chucky manages to escape a tag ticket. When did Cassidy get busted open? I entirely missed that. Darby just trying to pull Chucky's arm out of its socket there. Oh, Michinoku driver from Cassidy. Nice escape. Well, Joker stopped it. Off the ropes, he goes Balor, low drop kick. Darby, Canadian Destroyer. Darby double stomp to the ribs. Balor and Allen now. Balor and out. Someone said Barry Allen. Someone called the Flash. Oh no, referee goes down. The blood in the eyes of Cassidy. He wasn't able to maneuver that properly. He ran square into the ref. But now he's getting stomped away. His ribs got to be giving up. Manages to get the tag. The referee is down 11-0. Pinfalls at the moment while the referee's recovering. Stan Leeds now gigged. That's 3 people bleeding in this match. Tornado DDT by by Trent. Darby, coffin drop. But Darby's not legal. Darby's not the legal mode, but he can still rip your shoulder out of its socket. Joker just made the tag. Magic Killer. Up top, coup de grace. I don't think he's done. Did he go for a second? He did go for a second, but Trent got out of the way of that one. There's no DQ Joker, you should know this. You've been around since almost episode 1. Been around since very early. More double stomps. This has just gone mad. Everyone's paired off. They're all in different places. Darby's coffin dropping to Cassidy. There's a dude buster to Balor. Joker's getting thrown into the apron or the barricade and kicking Chucky in his little tailors. His little tees. Wait, Joker killing. Joke on the floor. He takes a bow for it. Darby going back to the arm offense, but gets caught. Anyone remember who the legal men are? I do not. I cannot remember for the life of me. This has just gone insane. Alright, Chucky just got hand buzzed, and I think Chucky's injured. Chucky is injured. Joker just hand buzzed him out. Oh wait, beach break! Out of absolute nowhere, beach break. And there's a drop kick to escape it. The Brothers in Pain need to focus on Chucky now. Chucky is really hurt. He doesn't eat defeat. They need to help the best friends tagging Chucky. Never mind. Orange Cassidy just tapped out the Joker out of absolutely nowhere. Locking in a huge submission. Joker taps out. The best friends get a Trios Championship opportunity in the near future. Credit where it is due for that one. That came out of absolutely nowhere. 100% damn straight. We're off to a hot start in Season 2. Well, folks, your second contest in this debut episode of Season 2 is for the PTW World's Hardcore Championship. World's Hardcore Championship? You know what? Yeah, we'll roll with it. World's Hardcore Championship. Mike Awesome defending against the PTW debuting Sandman. Look at the weapons everywhere already. Sandman out here making his PTW debut, taking on Mike Awesome. Referee is Deadpool. Deadpool is both a referee and a competitor here in PTW. He's decided to referee the hardcore division here right now. Mike Awesome had a nice little run towards the end of PTW Season 1 with the Awesome Ones himself and The Miz, as well as ending up in this Hardcore Championship match. Well, should I say in the Hardcore Championship division, where he ended up winning. Bit of an ECW throwback here. Sandman even wearing the shirt. Sandman is also wrestling with a cigarette in his mouth, it looks like. I can see that being potentially very dangerous. Deadlift German suplex from Mike Awesome. Sandman though scooping a slam, nearly sent Awesome to the floor, to the barbed wire boards with landmines underneath, folks. This is a barbed wire, this is a landmine death match. Another punch to the face, both these guys. Sandman not particularly the most fancy in terms of in-ring offense. He is a brawler, he is a fighter. He's not particularly that flashy with his moves. Awesome can brawl, he can fight as well, but he has a bit more flashy offense, but he is a powerhouse first and foremost. He also bombs many variants of powerbomb. That's how he likes to finish people off. But he's also got the awesome splash. He can fly when he wants to. Now in this kind of environment it's very difficult to fly. But again, Sandman's got his own variation of the Swanton. So when Sandman wants to, he can fly too. He's far less graceful though. Nice vertical suplex when Sandman managed to get the big man over. Sandman not particularly graceful in the ring. He's not particularly fancy or flashy, but he gets the job done. So Sandman's signature Singapore cane in the ring there. And Sandman going for a figure four. When he wants to, he could be technical-ish. Nice headbutt there to Awesome, dropping him to the mat. Sandman getting a run up off the ropes, big lariat. But Awesome right back to his feet. He gets caught with a headbutt, and Sandman again going back to the figure 4. Sandman's main weapon, his finishing maneuver, is the White Russian leg sweep. So keep a look out for that one. Awesome, obviously the Awesome Bomb. The Awesome Bomb, a far more impactful maneuver, but Sandman's easy to pull off. Come out. Speaking of the Awesome Bomb, right into the corner. But Sandman managed to get himself out of bounds there. Of course, the match, even though it is hardcore rules, has to end within the ring. It is PTW hardcore rules. It is not false count anywhere. The match has to end between the ropes, which is the main way that rope breaks work. For those of you that were confused about how rope breaks work, especially in no DQ style matches, you can't get disqualified for being in the ropes, or should I say for not releasing a hold while your opponent is in the ropes. You can't be disqualified for it, but you also cannot win because your opponent is out of the bounds of the ring. It has to end in the ring. That's how rope breaks work. The ropes are the boundaries, so if you get in the ropes, you are out of bounds. Now a sledgehammer in hand by Mike Awesome, but he doesn't get a chance to use it. But he does manage to throw Sandman into the landmines, the first person to taste it, and look at the blood flow from Sandman's head. But he's back in. A little bleeding, never really hurt the Sandman. But Awesome Bob sit outside almost on that light tube. 2.9, but Sandman survives. Just about. Is Awesome going to retain his hardcore championship? Not just yet. Sandman goes back to that figure 4. Sandman has a game plan here. Work the legs of Mike Awesome. Work the legs of the bigger guy, the powerhouse. It is a smart move, really. Another Awesome Bomb. 1, 2. The whole Sandman survives again, but a pool of his own blood forming around his head while he was on the ground. He's now getting powerbombed to hell, but no. He still survives. Off the ropes he goes. Running elbow drop, but Awesome right back to his feet. And right back to try to powerbomb Sandman out of his shoes. Another Awesome Bomb. 2. 2.9 again. Sandman surviving. He's taken multiple Awesome Bombs by this point. Oh, just a shoot takedown. But Sandman kicks him off. Awesome goes quickly back to his feet. He's got that light tube. We're going to get the satisfying break. And he just jabbed him in the ribs with it. And another Awesome Bomb onto a pile of weapons. 2, 3. That's what did it in the end. Mike Awesome with the victory over the Sandman. Powerbomb onto a pile of weapons. Sandman's debut here in PTW wasn't a successful one in terms of wins and losses, but he made an impression. He stood toe-to-toe with Mike Awesome, which is not easy to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sandman. Hell of a debut, but still your PTW World's Hardcore Champion, Mike Awesome. Well, folks, keeping on the title match run of things, we are now having the PTW Women's Tag Team Championships. We have got ourselves the team of Rogue and She-Hulk for Marvel defending against, well, looky here. Jamie Hayter is back. She is back after a hell of a performance in the PTW Women's Championship Tournament, going much further than I think people gave her credit for at the time. But she has found herself a new partner in the veteran known as Victoria, aka Tara, I suppose. Tara. Victoria, we all know who we mean. A bit of a ruthless aggression tag team partner there. That's a surprising team, a surprising formation. Not one I expected to see, but when you think about it, it kind of makes some sense. But will they be able to beat She-Hulk and Rogue? Time will tell. Referee Teddy Long rings the bell. Here we go. Victoria and Rogue starting things off. There's a lot of power in this ring in this match. Everybody in this match is considered a powerhouse in their own right. Of course, the Women's Tag Team Champions have had some time to rest. We haven't seen her for some time. Victoria, I think this is her debut here in PTW. Jamie Hayter was very recently in the Women's Championship tournament, and like I said, had a hell of a run in that tournament. Went quite far. Had some bangers in that one. Didn't walk out victorious, however. That was Io Sky, or Io Shirai, whatever you want to call her. Test of strength there. Rogue gets the better of it. It's going to be hard to outpower the likes of Rogue and She-Hulk, but Jamie Hayter and Victoria will certainly give it a go. Reversing the whip there. She-Hulk's got Jamie in the corner. Another reverse the whip to keep her in there. And just clubbing blows to the sides of the head. Deadlifts her up and drops her on her neck, but Jamie right back to her feet. Avoids the straight punch. Tags back out to Victoria. Oh, they went for a double suplex. Was not able to do it. She-Hulk suplexed both of them. And She-Hulk is the strongest in this match. She's probably the strongest in the division, to be fair. But back and forth they go. Victoria gets the better of the strike exchange. Standing She-Hulk up. Snapmares her back down just to keep her dizzy, keep her off balance. If she gets up, tags back out to Rogue. Victoria almost let her. But a drop kick to the back of the head, slowing Victoria down. And an elbow drop to the back of the head too. More shots to the back of the head is definitely going to slow your opponent down. It's a hell of a way to win a match. It might not be sporting, but it gets the job done. There's uppercut, followed by a forearm. Back and forth they go. Strike exchange. So we get the better of it. Rogue gets the better of it. Jamie drops first, and Rogue now just trying to suffocate Jamie. Of course, Rogue's got a deadly touch. Whenever it's skin-on-skin contact, it could be deadly. Oh my God! Eye of the Storm. Oh, Victoria timed that perfectly to drop She-Hulk. Not get clipped by the legs of her own partner. But She-Hulk might be doing it again. No, she is a pile driver instead. Jamie barely being able to get out of the blocks in this one. She's trying her damnedest, but maybe she's still feeling the effects of that women's tournament. A splash there from She-Hulk. Wasn't able to follow up much though, but because she did it on the wrong person. She did it on Jamie rather than Victoria. Double team attempt, but a kick away. Victoria now trying to focus on Rogue, who is legal. She-Hulk just not getting out of the way, just staying all up in her grill. Big drop kick there from Rogue. Rogue now, modified variation of the sharpshooter, but Victoria gets herself out of bounds. Suplex attempt, they're connected. That was more of a sheer drop brainbuster. Back to that variation on a sharpshooter. Sort of a figure four style sharpshooter. It's brutal, whatever it is. Whatever you want to call it. Nice boot to the face there from Jamie. Now Victoria working on Rogue's arm, trying to dislocate the shoulder. Take away the shoulder, take away the arms, you take away a lot of the power. And Jamie just trying to knock her out cold. But spear there from She-Hulk. Caught, super kick. I think it was a super kick. It was either a super kick or a Yakuza kick. It was something along the lines of powerbomb. Quick evasion there. Oh, chokeslam. Chokeslam from She-Hulk. Just gets kicked in the butt though. And is not happy about it. Another powerbomb to Jamie. 1, 2. Champs retain. It was an effort. An effort was put in by Victoria and Jamie Hayter there, but to no avail. She-Hulk and Rogue keep hold of the Women's Tag Team Championships. Like I said, hell of a run. And they're going to keep... Nice. They're going to keep this going. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have ourselves the Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders match to see who will be going on to face the Brothers of Destruction in the near future. We know that the Rhodes Brothers are in it, and we know the Brothers in Paint are in it. But, as we found out earlier tonight, after the Trios contest earlier at the Brothers in Paint room, which they came up just a little short, Sting turned around and said that it would not be fair to put them in 2 matches in one night. He's available. He is going to step in the ring with a brand new member of the Brothers in Paint tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out who that is coming up next. And here we go, folks. Number 1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships. Who is going to move on to take on the Brothers in Pain in the near future? The Brothers in Pain? The Brothers of Destruction in near future. I'm thinking of the Brothers in Pain because they are in this match. Well, speaking of a brother in pain, we do have Dustin Rhodes. The Rhodes brothers are here, Cody and Dustin. Dustin obviously is painted up. But it's going to be interesting to see how they cope tonight. Are they going to be able to take on Sting and a mystery partner who has joined the Brothers in Pain? Let's find out who it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, Sting has brought out the Great Muta. Great Muta is here and he is teaming with the icon Sting. Muta and Sting are going to be taking on the Rhodes brothers. Muta has joined the Brothers in Pain. And here we go, the bell is rung. Sting and Cody starting things off. Big lines going back and forth, but Cody a little quicker on the exchange. Sting, a former PTW World's Champion. He won that World's title in the very first episode of PTW. Can he recreate the glory in the first episode of Season 2? By winning himself a Tag Team Championship match. Close enough to the same glory, right? Cody, pile driver to Sting. There's a lot of experience in this match. Cody, the youngest person in this match, the least experienced, and he's still been around the block for a long time. So Cody's surely got to be coming up on his 20-year mark. Can't be far out from it, and here's going to be our first look at Muta, at the Great Muta in PTW. His debut going against Dustin. Dustin getting the better of Muta right now. Big strikes, dropping Muta down to the mat. Dustin with a chin lock, but Muta quickly escapes. Shot to the ribs and just whips Dustin over. Gets him in the corner, look at this. Just kicking away at him, trying to choke him out with a knee. Tried desperately to choke him out with a knee. Dustin slams Muta into the corner. Muta reverses it. Another reversal. And big strikes back and forth, overhead punches for overhead chops. Back and forth they go, and Muta gets the better of it. Nice stomp to the spine, and again. Muta's movements are so quick fire, they're so rapid, they go from 0 to 100 so fast. He's got a lot of snap on his movements and on his moves. Cody, Alabama slam. Trying to keep Muta down in the corner, cover one. Just a 1 count. Muta goes back to tag in Sting. Sting and Cody back legal. Cody now, nice right to the face. Back and forth, strike exchange between these two. These are just straight up punches. Cody gets the better of it. Cody's youth coming through there. Cody is in his prime. You know, Sting and Muta and even Dustin are not really in their primes. Cody is. All these chops from the Stinger. But you can't teach just the natural talent of somebody like Sting and Muta and even Dustin. You can't, whatever they've had longevity, which is something that you cannot teach. It is something that you cannot replicate. Longevity is just something that happens. It's something that happens over time. It's not something that you can just get at a moment's notice. It's not something you can teach yourself. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the mist, but he didn't. He tricked Dustin. Wait a minute, where did he pull that from? He's just stabbing Dustin in the head. I mean, Muta, when he wants to, he gets incredibly brutal, incredibly deadly. That's right to the face there from Dustin. Muta again tricks him into thinking he's going for the mist, goes for a throat thrust and then a bionic elbow, and there's a knee drop to the spine. And he goes back to that weapon again, stabbing Dustin in the head. Like I said, PTW, no disqualifications. Dustin is bleeding. Muta will thrive in these no DQ rules because usually he bends rules. He will use weapons, he will use things like the mist. See, he just got a weapon again. He will use them just for the sake of using them. the ropes goes Cody. Nice hooking lariat. Oh, and again, there's another strike to the head. Is Cody bleeding? Cody is not bleeding. Shockingly. Double drop kick from Sting and Muta. Sting now. Powerbomb. Is he thinking Scorpion? He is. He's got Cody center of the ring. Dustin's coming in to try and break it. He manages. He gets there in time. Wait, they got out to the back. Nice. Nice backbreaker from Sting. Sting's going up. Sting might be thinking cross body. Perfectly connected. Goes behind. Cody reverses it. Oh, both these men incredibly dangerous when they get both the back of their opponents. Nice tombstone. Sting obviously could drop with the Scorpion death drop. Cody with the crossroads. Some of their biggest maneuvers come from the back of their opponents. Nice kitchen sink. Oh, but he doesn't go for it there. He goes on a chop block instead. Dustin is bleeding everywhere. There's been a lot of blood in this show. Dustin again, nice stroke. Dustin just throwing hands. Both members of the Brothers in Pain. Monkey flip. Dustin started to build a lot of momentum now. Atomic drop, inverted style. Dropping him off in low Manhattan. Nice hooking lariat and into a figure four. Muta might be in trouble. Sting breaks it. Cody swinging net breaker. Muta with the knee drop. And then just throws another weapon out of his boots. But oh, Muta was thinking about going for something there. Sting's got his bat. Sting's got his bat. Muta went for the moonsault. He landed on his feet as he saw Dustin come in. Dustin with a final reckoning. But Muta gets to the outside. I think he fell to the outside. It wasn't intentional. Dragon suplex on the floor. Dustin's got Sting's bat. This is broken down. Canadian Destroyer by Dustin. Here we go. Kick to the wrist. Dustin thrown away. Cody dropped down. Muta says it's over. He's going up top. Moonsault from Muta. 1, 2. 2.9. Cody survives. Sting's going with the Yoshitonic. Muta drop kick to the back of Cody's head. Tag back to Sting. Throws him into the corner now. Sting. Oh, Cody reverses. He had a submission in there, but Sting kicks Cody out of it. I don't think Cody realised that Sting made the tag. Sting was swinging for that bat there, but Cody avoids. Nice fisherman. It was there to break. Miller trying to run defense from Dustin. Stop Dustin being able to do anything. More kicks away there. Sting now caught. Yoshitani. Or a code red, whatever you want to call it. Press slam from the Stinger. Sting now has got himself the chair. Shot to the ribs. Can Sting, from the leader of the Brothers in Pain and the newest member, do what the other members could not do earlier tonight for the Trios division? Can they earn themselves a championship opportunity? Sting, big drop kick, drops Dustin. Dustin's up, bionic elbow. Shouts out to Daddy. Swinging a miss with the chair. Muta's in, Cody's in, everybody's in the middle of the ring. Assisted powerbomb by Sting and Muta. And Muta drops Cody. Muta now, it's gone back up top. Knee drop to the spine. And another cover one. But now a kick away. What should I say? A reverse? Wait, crossroads! I couldn't even get my words out, and Cody's dropped to crossroads, but he dropped it on Sting rather than Muta. Back with the strike exchange. Muta just has so many variants of ways that he could beat you. Oh, goes for a pump kick, didn't land it. Drops to the throat. Muta's got Sting's bat. Hitting Cody in the spine with it multiple times. Kind of let Cody tag to Dustin there. Don't know what the point of that was. Oh, Dustin with the words with the Canadian Destroyer, and Dustin with a rolling senton. But he gets caught again. Muta tags back out to Sting. Dustin went for an upcut, didn't manage it. Assisted powerbomb. And Scorpion deathlock center of the ring, and Dustin taps out in a pool of his own blood. the brothers in paint, Sting and the Great Muta advance. They will be taking on the Brothers of Destruction. Brothers in paint versus Brothers of Destruction. Very brotherly match in the near future. Oh, I'm exhausted, folks, and we still have one more match to go. We still have our main event to see who is going to go against the world's champion. Who is going to get RVD first? Is it Chris Jericho? Is it Kazuchika Okada? Ladies and gentlemen, stay right where you are. Your main event is coming up next. And here we go, folks. Main event time. Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, is going to be taking on the Painmaker, Chris Jericho, the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller, Y2J, the Wizard, the Champion, the man of a million nicknames, and 1,004 holds, Chris Jericho. But Okada is coming out here stern-faced. Okada realises that he got a lucky break. He entered the championship tournament to see if he could go, or the World Championship tournament, to see if he could earn a championship match at any point during Season 2, and he lost. So this realistically is Okada's last chance. Jericho has himself a guaranteed championship match. Okada no longer does. If Okada wins this, Okada can get a championship opportunity before Chris Jericho, but if not, Okada is at the back of the line. And from the looks of it, Jericho is not here alone. Somewhat surprisingly, accompanying Chris Jericho to the ring are the world's tag team champions, the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker. What the hell is that about? Jericho back suplex. Okada out here alone, but Jericho's come out here with the Brothers of Destruction. Kane throwing Jericho a chair. I don't understand what the Brothers of Destruction are doing here in Jericho's corner. This is an interesting development, to say the least. See how that plays out in the near future. Okada now suddenly has his back completely against the wall. In theory, it's a one-on-one match, but again, this is PTW. There's no DQs, there's no countouts. This could turn into a 3-on-1 situation very quickly. Be interesting to see how it does play out. Nice shot there from Jericho. Goes low, hitting Okada and his little Rainmakers. A big uppercut drops Jericho down. Jericho with a huge chop to the chest of Okada. Okada goes behind. Schoolboy. He's staring dead at The Undertaker, who doesn't even blink. Jericho thrown into the corner. Okada tried to charge in, didn't do it. Kane throws another chair in the ring. Kane seemingly stocking the ring up with chairs behind Okada's back. You damn sure know that Jericho knows they're there. Oh, Jericho went for a Judas effect. Okada avoided. Thrown into the corner now. Jericho marches in. He's got Okada on the top rope. Oh, Okada. Nice forearm to evade. Another punch straight to the face. Jericho. Back elbow. Or should I say just an elbow to the spine. Back and forth these two go. No one's managed to maintain any sort of momentum so far. Chinlock from Okada trying to slow Jericho down. Jericho is the older of the two, more experienced. Okada now has got himself locked in, or has locked in an STF. You'd think on paper Jericho would have the advantage in terms of submission wrestling, but Okada is no slouch in that department. Nice back suplex there from Y2J. Jericho's got one of the chairs. Kane distracting the referee. Brainbuster from Jericho. I don't know why Kane's distracting the referee. There is no TQ. And another brainbuster. This one somewhat caught the chair. I think Kane's more likely, rather than distracting the referee, is just trying to get in the ring. The referee's going, no, leave it as a one-on-one. Another STF. Taker has barely moved. Kane has been very much in this match. Jericho with the walls of Jericho. And he's turned it into a lion tamer. Okada manages to escape. Another low blow from Jericho. He's again got one of those chairs. Oh, kick to the face. Judas effect attempt doesn't land. Okada, German, holds it in for the pin, but Jericho gets his feet out of bounds. Jericho now. Powerbomb. And a second. Make that 3. Holds it in for a pin. Okada kicked out. Okada don't know what he's going for. Maybe heavy rain. Jericho evaded. Jericho kicks Okada and his little Rainmakers again. There's something about Chris Jericho when he got into the position of being the Painmaker again. Once he busted out this one more time, he started winning. He had a dodgy season 1 to say the least. A lot of losses early for Jericho. Like I said, once he brought out the Painmaker again, Jericho started winning matches. Roll up from Jericho, doesn't go for the pin. He manages to turn it into a walls again. He's got that in deep. Okada still managed to escape. Scooping a slam. Rainmaker pose. Okada. No, Jericho stopped it. Back to the triple powerbombs. Jericho holding it down, but Okada gets himself out of bounds. Scooping a slam. Nearly threw Jericho to the floor. Rolling senton from Okada. Drags Jericho towards the center of the ring. Jericho though is caught. Caught Okada again, back into triple powerbombs for a third time. That's 9 powerbombs now. This is turning into like a Wardlow powerbomb symphony. And Okada just keeps kicking out, but a tombstone staring right at the Undertaker and Kane. You know that was a message. Running big boot. We now know who will be challenging Kane and the Undertaker for those tag team championships. We know it's going to be the Great Muta and Sting. Swinging neckbreaker from Okada. Up top Okada with the elbow. Right to the ribs of Jericho. Goes behind my figure Rainmaker. No, he's thinking German. Oh, he rolled through it. Go for another. Jericho just kicked him square in his little Rainmakers once again. Jericho busts out the moonsault. Something you don't see him do too often these days. You know it's bad when Jericho busts out the moonsault. You know he's getting desperate. Same with the Lion Salt. Jericho though has so many weapons in his arsenal. Like I say, he's got the triple power bombs, he's got the Walls of Jericho, he's got the Lion Tamer, he's got the Code Breaker, he's got the Judas Effect. He's even got the Breakdown if he really needs it. And the Lion Salt, the Moonsault, the Missile Dropkick. Jericho has got a lot of moves he has put people away with in the past. Moonsault again. Jericho maybe has more weapons than just about anybody in professional wrestling, and the right over the knee, air raid crash to the knee. No, Okada goes for a submission instead, but Jericho got in the ropes. Jericho double underhook. You might have been thinking of the double underhook into the backbreaker. I believe most people call it the welcome to Chicago motherfucker, but I think Jericho would be like welcome to Winnipeg. Dragging Okada face first over that chair, that was an insult. Done entirely intentionally for Jericho, you know that. Throw to the floor, Jericho shrugs. Is he thinking? Oh, he doesn't dive, he just he teased the crowd. Oh, Codebreaker on the floor. This is very dangerous for Okada because Taker's right there. Heavy rain though. Okada ain't gonna back down. Taker hasn't got involved just yet, but you see him stood there. Dropping to the back of Jericho's head. Okada now gets caught with an elbow. Jericho going for chair shots, doesn't manage it, but he does go back to the power bombs. This is what? There was 12, 13, 14, 15 power bombs now. 15 power bombs in this match. This is turning into like Brock Lesnar versus Cena with the German suplexes. Jericho just got another code breaker, chair shot to the ribs of Okada. Okada's thinking tombstone, spinning tombstone on the floor, right next to the Undertaker and Kane. Okada being brave. Oh, Jericho's got the walls of Jericho. Kane was walking over. I think Kane was ready to get involved. Jericho had Okada caught there. Okada getting quickly back in the ring when he saw Kane was ready to come over and start throwing hands. I think Kane took the tombstone personally. Taker seems to be keeping a level head, but Kane got angry. Okada again going for another tombstone. Okada might think this is over. Goes behind, but Jericho again kicking him low. Jericho tried to go for something. Okada up, kicked his way out of it. Who's going to get the last shot in these? Jericho has caught him. Jericho's caught him. Walls of Jericho, center of the ring. Okada has to tap out. He couldn't make it to the ropes. Y2J, Chris Jericho, the Pain Maker, the Pain Bringer, the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller, the Champion, the Wizard, whatever the hell you want to call him, Lionheart, anything. Chris Jericho has beaten Kazuchika Okada. Okada steps to the back of the line. Chris Jericho will be taking on RVD for the World's Championship in the near future, but leaning over their shoulders, very menacingly and very largely leaning over their shoulders, will be Andre the Giant, the winner of the PTW World's Championship tournament, meaning he gets a title shot at any point in Season 2. It could be any time. It could be any place. He's going to be looming, and it's a hell of a shadow to be looming over you. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave it there. So thank you everybody so much for joining me in this one. It has been a genuine pleasure, as per usual, to be back here with PTW, back for Season 2. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. All the fun stuff. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.